Welcome to Collider Health Medically Speaking. Each month, we'll explore a variety of topics to help you better understand certain medical conditions, treatment options, and topics in healthcare. My guest today is Andrew Bennett, the Vice President of the Children's Hospital of Buffalo Foundation. In this episode, we'll be discussing the role of the Children's Foundation and some of the important work that they do to help meet the healthcare needs of children in Western New York. I'm Mike Hughes, and this is Medically Speaking. Welcome, Andrew. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Mike.
It's obviously been a very busy year for the foundation and a lot of good work going on at Children's Hospital. Before we get into that, if you can, give us a little bit of background about the foundation, its mission, and your role there.
Sure. I serve as Vice President for the foundation, so I oversee the team, really the whole development team that supports the hospital through charitable giving and philanthropy. Our role and our mission is to essentially support all the programs and services that are provided at OSHI. And philanthropy for the hospital is incredibly important because there's many programs and services not covered by insurance or not reimbursed by insurance. So that's where we really come in and play a critical role.
So when you say the hospital has needs, are they capital equipment? Are they just to support programs? Are there specific things that come up year after year? So give us a sense of what's actually needed.
Sure. I like to break it down into two categories. First would be advancing clinical excellence. And that is something we support through capital projects, equipment needs, recruitment of physicians and nurses, engagement of physicians and nurses, and really providing as much service, as much philanthropy to those programs and services as we can. The second would be family support services, things like Child Life, volunteer services, our Stones Buddies program, which none of those services are provided or reimbursed by insurance.
So Child Life and Stones Buddies, if you can explain to the viewers what those programs are and why they're so important to the mission of the hospital.
Sure. Child Life is, I really look at Child Life as the glue between the care team at the hospital. You have your physicians, you have your nurses, and then you have your Child Life specialist. And your Child Life specialist really engages with the entire family throughout the care process. And they make sure that parents and siblings are also looked after to make sure that they're having a positive experience. The Child Life specialist works on medical terminology before procedures, and they really reduce the anxiety of the kids when they're in the hospital.
So it's not just the clinical staff that are engaged with the patients and
absolutely.
families.
They are a critical component of our team and a unique aspect of children's hospitals.
And then Stones Buddies program? Sure.
Stones Buddies is an outpatient family support program for kids that have chronic medical conditions. It could be a simple condition to a very complex condition, but the bottom line is they're living with this for the rest of their life. And that program brings those families together and provides them an outlet to support one another, get to know one another, and really have different engagements throughout the year that support one another.
So are there specific events or programs that you guys are raising funds for, or is it a year-round process for the foundation?
It really is a year-round process. We do have several special events throughout the year. We encourage anyone to make a donation. Individual philanthropy is really important. Any amount is helpful. We certainly encourage larger gifts. There's naming opportunities, places you can put your name in the hospital, things in perpetuity. You can leave a legacy through a planned gift. So there's a variety of ways to get involved, and that's all on the website.
Sure. So the community support of the new hospital over the last couple of years, so that's not, quote, done, meaning that we've raised a bunch of money and the hospital's been built. There's ongoing needs. So how does someone plug in, if they've never been associated with the hospital? How do they get involved in that?
Sure. Well, start by visiting ochbuffalo.org and go on our giving tab on the top right-hand corner of the website. And that takes you right to the foundation site. And through that, there's all the information on how to get involved. You could run an employee campaign. You could make an individual gift. You can get involved with an event through a sponsorship or volunteering. And volunteer needs are important as well. We have roles within the hospital and outside of the hospital throughout the year.
What type of roles would that be? So someone wants to volunteer at the Children's Hospital. They want to give back. What are some of those roles?
Sure. Good example would be our blanket drive in the fall, and handing out blankets to the patients, working with our child life team, helping them with supplies as inventory comes in, working with our pastoral care team, working with our summer interns. There's a variety of different ways you can get involved.
Gotcha. So we're heading into holiday season, and for Children's Hospital and the foundation, that means the Festival of Trees. How can someone in the community step up and support that or get involved, or is it just one event? Give us a little bit more background about that.
Sure. The Festival of Trees is a 42-year-long tradition now. We're in our 42nd year of the event. Last year we set a new record and supported the hospital in a pretty significant way. The best way to get involved, visit fotbuffalo.com for our sponsorships, but we have a variety of needs throughout the week. Just starting December 2nd through December 8th, we essentially move into the Buffalo Niagara Convention Center and take it over. And volunteer needs would be with the trees that come in, all the supplies that come in, helping those designers and those teams move supplies.
Explain a little bit what that is. Sure. There's designers, and what do they do, and how does the hospital end up raising money off that type of event?
Sure. So there's about 50 trees that are designed by volunteers. It's all volunteer run, and these designers put their heart and soul into these trees, and they start collecting the items for the trees really a year out. So at the end of this year's festival, they'll start looking at holiday sales and sales in the new year for next year. And these are the most beautiful, elaborate, creative trees that you'll ever see. And we sell them at the gala. So folks take them home, they give them to their businesses, families, and friends. And it really is just a true community engagement to celebrate all the great things that happen at Oishei Children's Hospital.
Well, that's great. As we sign off here, if you can, remind people where they can go to volunteer or donate, even as they go through the holiday season. If there's special needs that the hospital has, how can they interface with the foundation?
Absolutely. You can start by calling 881-8230 and get a hold of the foundation, and we can point anyone in the right direction based on their need and their interest, whether that's supporting something specifically at the hospital, supporting one of our events. You can go to our website, FOT Buffalo, not FOT Buffalo, chbuffalo.org under the Giving tab, and within that you'll see a variety of ways to get involved. But this is the busy time of year. This is the time of year where people are really wanting to give back and help the kids at the hospital. So whether that's a toy drive, a blanket drive, making a small donation, engaging your workplace, we see everything across the board this time of year, and it's incredibly heartwarming to see the generosity of our community.
Sure, that's the Buffalo community.
Absolutely.
Well, good luck during this busy season. Best of luck with the Festival of Trees events.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on today.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm Mike Hughes. We'll see you next time on Medically Speaking.